Well, hello everybody. Doing a little video this morning. I haven't done a lot of video on the farm stuff lately for some reason. And what I'm doing today is baling some hay. And it's been a little bit of an interesting deal because it rained about a week before I cut this hay and the ground still had some moisture in it. And it has been blazing hot. We've hit close to 100 every day for the last, 3-4 days a week, whatever. So I raked this hay last night, and it's got to be close to 90 right now, and trying to bale this with a little bit of moisture in it. And in our country, in eastern Utah, we don't get crud for dew, or at least I don't where I'm at. So I'm trying to play the game as far as baling the hay with a little bit of stem moisture. I bought a new moisture tester, and the stuff I've read on the internet says 15 to 18% is ideal. I baled a few bales and been up in the upper 20s, so I've just kind of been waiting. So I'm hoping that I'll be able to get a bale and we'll be able to get right on to getting this hay baled. So I'm about ready to make a bale. So when I do, I'll go out there and we'll see what the moisture tester says. All right, guys. So I made a bale. I've made a few bales and they've all tested high. So I've got this Agtronics HT Pro moisture probe, so we'll see what it says. So the instructions say you just stick it in the bale, push this button right here, and it'll tell you what it is. So that's saying 8.5%, and the lowest percentage this thing reads is 8. That's showing 14.5. That's showing 19. Showing 18. Oh, still climbing a little bit, 20. All right, well, the highest rating I got on that was 20. The stuff I've seen on the internet, 15 to 18 is ideal. I think this is gonna be great hay. I'm gonna just go right to town baling. I'm gonna maybe check 3 or 4 more bales on it, but I baled some last night, the outside rows, and they were real thin. My water deal kind of got messed up. And so they were reading anywhere from, I had some, 10 to 12 up to the mid 20s, but I had more in the 20s than I did below 20, so I stopped last night. But I'm hoping it's ready to go. To me, I think this moisture content's about right. So we'll keep going. I'll make some more bales and I'll bring you along as we do some more testing. All right, well, I've made 3 or 4 more bales and I want to keep testing these for a minute because this side of the field is quite a bit thinner than the other side. So if it seems to keep testing consistently, we'll just run with it. And then, when we get halfway across the field, we'll try testing them again. So I'll show you what we got. 15%. That's showing just a little bit higher, 22. $14. $19. $17. So everything I read on the internet said that 18 is your ideal. And you can see that it's pretty inconsistent. We had some 14s and some 22s in the same bale. Everything with the exception of one probe was under 20. I think I'm gonna run with it. And it's, like I say, it's probably close to 90 degrees, if not over 90 right now. I know the hay's just gonna keep getting drier, so I don't think there's any chance of having spoilage or anything in that hay. So I think it's gonna be good. So the whole interesting thing about this farming deal for me is a small 50-acre farm, but I've had a real consistent hay customer, and he has a small dairy. And this year they started testing hay. My first crop hay tested horribly. The relative food value was really right on the bottom. So he took a few semi loads and says they're not interested in the rest of it. So I'm gonna keep testing. I've decided that if I'm gonna be farming, you have to try to use all the tools you can, make it the best job you can. So we're gonna test all of this hay, and I'll do a follow-up video and let you know what it does. But you know, this farm that I'm on right now, I planted it just a couple years ago and it never did do very well, and there's quite a bit of grass in it. I'm wondering if this particular piece of ground is never going to test good until I plow it up again. So I hope that's not the case. Alrighty, we'll keep bringing you along. Alright guys, well, I come down to check this smaller field. I got everything done but this one little 3-acre field, and hopefully you guys see what the weather's doing. It rained like a son of a gun here. It only rained for 5 minutes, so I thought I'd come down and check it. And of course it's too wet to bale. It's funny because it's just wet right on top, and I think that dry hay just soaks that water in. So who knows what I'll get. If it rains again, it may be another 3 or 4 days before I can bale this. So I don't know. I got 47 acres of my 50-acre farm baled before the rain comes, so I guess we'll be grateful for that. We're gonna wrap it up for today. Just ask you guys to subscribe if you haven't yet. Appreciate everybody that has, and we'll wrap it up for the night.